PR Connections Radio presents
G'day. Have I got a good one for you today? I've got the Executive Director, Guy Dawson of Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce, and his beautiful Director, Lynn Douglas. And they're going to let us all in on what's happening with this fantastic Chamber of Commerce. You probably have never heard of anything like this before. What I like about it is that they've called it marketing with a heart. I think that's right up my alley. Anyway, it works for me. So let me introduce the Executive Director, Guy Dawson, first of all. What made you think about this, Guy?
Thank you so much, Anna Karenina, for inviting us onto your podcast. So the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce was birthed out of an event that we started to host back in 2015 called Businesses with Heart. And so the way that we got that started was in business, I run a public relations and advertising company called Classy Communications. And we were kind of looking for opportunities to drum up more business and to do some things that would benefit the community. So we came up with this whole concept of this event called Businesses with Heart that was designed to start to teach people the principles of cause marketing. And at that time, I had been doing philanthropy quite a bit as a publicist. I always encourage my clients to align themselves with nonprofit organizations, but I had never really heard of the term cause marketing until we started working on organizing this event back in 2015. And so we put it all together. We had a nonprofit organization that we featured at this event. It was a vendor expo type event. The nonprofit organization was called Hearts Alive Village, still is called Hearts Alive Village. It's an animal rescue center here in town. So I was really surprised when we hosted this event. Everybody had a great time. There were vendors, there was speeches, the nonprofit organization made money. People got to do a lot of networking. Everyone really enjoyed the experience. So we started doing these events regularly for about another 5 years. And then, another 4 years. And then in 2019, I was taking a shower one day and divinely, that's important. But I got divine intervention stepped in and this name popped in my head, Cause Marketing, create a Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And I said, whoa, whenever I get anything like that pops into my head, I said, I need to pursue this. So we took this sort of event concept and turned it into a sustainable organization, a nonprofit organization that helps the for-profit and nonprofit sectors to be more successful. So that's kind of an overview of it.
Well, that's going to make us all want to go and have a shower every day now, seeing you can have these fabulous insights into another level. And there you go, Lynn. Beat that. Why did you know Guy? And why did you get involved if you didn't know him? I mean, I can see why you would if you knew him. He's that kind of a guy, right?
That's right. Very magnetic. Anyway, I met Guy through a mutual friend. And in the beginning, I really wasn't involved with anything. And then when he was having the Businesses with Heart expos, they needed help with registration. So I said, okay, fine, I could come and do that for you. So that was about 2009, I think. Anyway, we've been doing this for many years now, and I still work with the organization as the registrar for any of our events going on, which we have a couple of events coming up this month. And I really enjoy helping people. That's just in my nature. The nonprofit sector and even the businesses for profit, if they haven't really studied how to maintain their businesses and grow them, they just fall apart within a few months or a year. So that's our main goal, is helping these people find their path, find the right foot setting for themselves and grow their businesses.
That's, there's so much you just said in such a few little sentences. And it's remarkable how you've pulled that all together and glued these people on one side, the for-profits, and one side, the non-profits, and made this sustainable and successful. I love that idea. And of course, now you're the director, right? Because you've been in it for so long. That's, unless you kick this guy out. That's
No, he's not going anywhere.
Right. So, how do you get people involved, Lynn?
Word of mouth is, I think, the best way to do it. We have a very large expo coming up at the end of the month. So what I have been doing is going out to the places where they're having markets, like out at Summerlin downtown. They have their market affair on the weekends. And I go around and I talk to the vendors and tell them what we're doing. And they've got customers that they're trying to work with as well. So my pitch is pretty quick, but I leave them a flyer about what we're doing.
Right.
Just very briefly tell them how they can be involved if they're interested, and how to get the word out about their businesses so that they can grow their business.
Yeah, I've met the core group. The people that put all the blood, sweat, and tears that keep this together. And they're a fine group of people, and that they keep coming back to be part of your cause is great. Especially, you know what I've noticed, that as after all the shutdown with the jab and what have you, people kind of lost interest in a lot of ways of doing things, and it was very hard to get people to commit to go to a meeting, any kind of a meeting. So the fact that we've gotten past this, and your Chamber of Commerce has connected these people and they want to be part of it, I think that's great, because there's a lot of people still haven't got it all together up here now. They're so disjointed. So tell me, Guy, is this event that's coming up, is this a yearly event?
It is. When we got it started initially, we were doing it more like every 6 months. But the last couple of years, we've decided we just have the one focus. We generally host it sometime in September. And yes, as you mentioned, AK, I feel really fortunate as the founder of the organization to have had so many people who are committed to this. It's people have choices of what they want to do, right? There's so many different things that you can get involved in. And we have had a good core, and Lynn being definitely one of them. I mean, she has really poured a lot into this organization throughout the years. But we've had just so much commitment from people. And I think it just, the cause marketing space is a really positive, constructive place. Right. Causes fill spaces in the community, like these nonprofit organizations like the United Way or Opportunity Village or 3 Square, or there's smaller ones. There's so many nonprofit organizations out there, and there are things that they do that specifically cover areas of life that are not really necessarily covered by private industry or the federal government. So I think it's just so important that we have these strong nonprofit organizations. So when we host events like this, it's all about just getting people out there, making sure that they have a good experience, that they enjoy themselves, that they network and connect and meet new people. I mean, I really enjoy the types of connections that we've created. One interesting story, we have a pre-event mixer that we do prior to the expo. Right. And we hosted one at this working space out here in Vegas called WeWork a few years ago. And so you never know what kind of connection you're going to make when you host these events. You want to get people together, they trade business. You want to connect these for-profit business owners with the nonprofits. That's what we're all about. But we made a love connection at one of these pre-event mixers. This guy, his name is Rick Cosgrove. He's in financial services, just a great guy. And I off the top of my head, I cannot remember his now girlfriend's name that he met at our event, but they've been in like this romantic relationship for like the last 2 or 3 years. And they met at our event, and he just always thanks me whenever he sees you guys. Guy, you put on that event, and now I found one of the best girlfriends I've ever had. And they are having this great romantic relationship. And that came, so we spread the love, you know what I mean, Anna, Karenina? That's what we do. We're all about just creating a positive environment that attracts good people, and we just do constructive things. So I think that that's why we're able to keep such loyal people who participate in these events.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of your events like that, and it's amazing because everybody comes with an open heart. Mm-hmm. And that's what's different. You can go to a bar, you can go to the gym, you can do all these things, but not connect with that one thing that everybody in the room has, and that's a heart connection to why they're there and what they want to do to help. It's very hard, I think, sometimes for people to know where to go and what to do. A lot of people don't have a lot of money, but they have a lot of heart connection and they want to help. And places like you give people that opportunity. So tell me, Lynn, about this event that's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Okay, it is our yearly expo, and we will have vendors at this expo, so people can come, they can do a little bit of shopping, maybe they'll find some Christmas presents, you never know. We will be having a raffle and a 50-50 drawing. We will be providing food, and this year we are doing the event at the library on West Sahara. So we are able to reduce the price of entry this year to $10.
Wow, that's a good one.
You can either go online and register, or you can register at the door.
So if people go to Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce, the website there, that they can sign up there for the event?
Yes, they can. Yeah, it's under events. So all they have to do is click on events, and it'll take them to a page, and that will lead them to an Eventbrite page, and they can go on and buy a ticket.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you with all that. So tell me, can people sign up for Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce at this event?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Lynn. I know you're kind of an expert in this area.
I was opening my mouth. We will have a computer at the event, and anybody who wishes to join the chamber will be able to join right there. And the membership fees. If you are a nonprofit, Guy, correct me if I'm wrong, it's $50
Yes,
for a
that is
nonprofit.
correct.
That's cool.
And then if you are not a nonprofit, then it would be $100, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what day is this on? The 30th, is it?
September 30th, and that is a Tuesday from 3 to 7 o'clock.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So you've got that part done. How do you get the information out to the public? Apart from you walking around Las Vegas, Lynn, with flyers.
We do a lot of social media. I mean, Lynn is a soldier, right? As you can see. We don't have as many people that are as dedicated as she is. But yes, we do a lot. I mean, we're very present online, social media, email marketing, text marketing. We definitely leverage electronic media to get the word out.
It'd be lovely if you guys could get on the radio or the telly if somebody interviewed you. You both got so much information to hand out, not just about this event, but about the whole deal about making money and sharing it and being part of a community and a powerfully positive environment so that we can tighten up what we've got here, because we've got a beautiful place to live. We get more cohesive with the nonprofits and the profit markets. It's just awesome. So what happens? Did just people stumble upon you and say, I want to be part of this, I want to be a nonprofit, I want to do this? What actually gives people the fire to talk to you about how they can get involved, and what will it do for them? Because everybody wants that part, right? What do you think, Guy?
Well, I think that we definitely attract a certain type of person. You know, being in business and having done a lot of networking through the years in my traditional business, I've met lots of people. And for some people, this community give back, which really, the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce, again, it's all about teaching traditional business people how aligning with a nonprofit organization can be very profitable, not only from, obviously financially profitable, because there are people out there who will deliberately do business with you because you are seen as someone in business who's giving back to their community. So there's the financial profit that comes with that, obviously making more money. All of us who are in business, we're in it because we want to make more money and be successful, take care of our families. And that's what it's all about. So there's a profitability there, but then there's another profitability that a business owner gets with this alignment with a nonprofit organization. And that is just the fulfillment of contributing to your community. And there are so many people out there, Anna Karenina, that I have met who are in business who are already doing things. They're sponsoring little league teams. They may work at a battered woman's shelter. They may work at an animal rescue center. I mean, they mentor children. So they're already doing these things and giving back. And a lot of the times they'll say, well, I don't want to be known for it, right? I just want to give back, and I don't want people to really know that I'm doing this. And I could say, yes, I admire your humility, the fact that you don't really want people to necessarily know that you're doing this, but I try to give them a different perspective on it when I say that, do you know that the more successful you are by telling people that you're doing this, it'll increase your financial gain, and that in turn means you're going to give, because those are the types of people that are interested in what we're doing. So you're going to benefit way more people by telling them that, hey, I believe in this cause. I believe in that cause. And them knowing that that's something that you support and them doing business with you, everyone wins, because people who make more money, they're just going to give more back to their community. So now everyone wins from that. And on the nonprofit side, I mean, nonprofits, people become owners of nonprofit organizations generally, or not owners. You don't really own a nonprofit organization. It's a public, the community owns the nonprofit. But people who start nonprofit organizations, what I've learned, they generally have a really big heart, and they see a niche in the community that's not being fulfilled. So maybe it's childhood literacy. There are just so many areas, like I had mentioned before, that just don't necessarily get covered by the educational system or the government. And they want to fill this niche because they can see that there's a lack there. So they jump in and they're really excited. They want to give back to the community. The problem that they encounter sometimes is that they haven't been trained in entrepreneurship. They're not business owners, so they don't understand that it takes a skill set to run a nonprofit requires a business skill set along with your big heart. And so for us, we want to educate and encourage these nonprofit organizations to become sustainable, because the failure rate of nonprofit organizations is pretty much in alignment with small businesses, which means most small businesses fail within the first 2 years of their start, 80%. It's not a great statistic, and nonprofit organizations are pretty close to that. So our job as a resource for these two pillars of the community is to increase their sustainability. And so that's why these resources, these events that we host, and the mentoring that we do is designed to help both sides to be more successful.
Wow, that's a mouthful. That's great. The other part that I look at too is I look at karma. And I think that the more you give, the more you spread it out, the more that comes back in different ways. And I'm always telling my clients that, you know, even a smile, you don't even have to say anything. You don't have to give money to somebody on the street or anything like that. Just that from your heart, if you're putting it out there, however you're doing it, whether it's with your Chamber of Commerce or just being that kind of person, when you step out the door, do it with a good heart. And you don't know what people have been through, what they're going through. One smile can actually change somebody's life. And I've got stories from all over the world where I've been about people that have given. I've got my daughter, when she was just like knee-high to a grasshopper, and we were up past the Arctic Circle, and she was sitting playing in a little stump with some leaves and rocks and things, stones. She's just a little tiny thing. And this man came over from a caravan. He was parts way over there, and he came, couldn't speak a lick of English, and I don't know what he was speaking. And he came over and he wanted to make sure it was okay with me. And he gave her a little frog. It was filled, his wife had made it, and it was full of rice. And he gave it to her. And my daughter's going to be 53 soon. And she had that until in the end she was feeding animals, because they were getting into decades later, they found out that there was rice in there and they could eat it, these little bugs. But that's his kindness has gone decades with me and my daughter. I mean, and it gives me goosebumps to this day. And the kindness of human beings. And when we then put it on to where we can make a difference in the community, which is what you guys are doing, is awesome. Especially Lynn, we probably need to buy her another pair of running shoes, do we? So what is the you've given me the address, give it again for the event on the 30th, please, Lynn.
Okay, it's going to be held at the library on West Sahara. I don't know the street number.
Oh, well, that would be easy to find out. The library on West Sahara. And it took me a long time to say Sahara. When I first came here, I was saying Sahara all the time.
Americanized. Sahara, I think, is the American version of the word. Yes.
And then what about the pre-mixer? When are you doing that? Where?
Yeah, so that's tentatively scheduled for the 24th of September, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have a business that again, it's tentative, but it's pretty strongly tentative. There is a business that we are going to potentially be partnering with called Pay It Forward Flooring. And they are a business here in town. They do high-end flooring for people's homes. And they also have a division within their company called the Pay It Forward Foundation. So they're just one of those types of businesses that are totally in alignment with what we're doing as a Chamber of Commerce. And we're at the end of negotiating and putting together a partnership to where they want to sponsor the event, and they're going to invite. It'll be kind of an open house for their facility that's over on Decatur and Charleston. And so, yes, we will have the final details about that out within the next couple of days. The pre-events mixers are great. They're free. It's an excellent opportunity for you to come and get some great networking in. You might find your wife or husband or significant other, as I shared with you, right? You never know. And we just have so much fun, AK, as you know. You got to put people in environments of enjoyment, right? That's... and causes people, it makes people feel good. And that's what we do. And then we do give back events as well, AK, where we go out into the community. Lynn, maybe you want to talk about some of the give backs that you've participated in, because these are huge for us.
Yeah. Just very quickly, some of the give backs where we go out and help put out food for people who are not able to afford their groceries. We've done it with Free Square. I've done it with Hope Link. Hope Link does it every month. So I always feel good about giving people food that need the food. And over at Hope Link, most of the people that come by are people who are homeless. So it just makes me feel good knowing that people are being taken care of.
Yeah, and you work too, right? I mean, you got to squeeze it all in.
That's right.
Yeah, that takes a committed effort. You just can't be lollygagging around at home watching the telly. You got to get up and get into it. All right, so the thing is to go to the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce website for everything, right?
Yes, causemarketingchamber.com is the name of that website, AK.
Say that again, Guy.
Causemarketingchamber.com is the website for our organization.
Okay. Well, and they'll get everything there. That's about it. I just want to thank you guys for taking the time, because I know, Guy, trying to peg you down as something else. We have to put 4-inch nails into the ground through your feet to
I appreciate your persistence, Anna Karenina, and following up with us. I mean, I think you're doing a fantastic job with this podcast, The Business of Giving, and I'm just really looking forward to the types of people over time that you get to interview, because, again, there's just so many, giving business owners out there and great nonprofits in this town. And I love what you're doing here.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, Lynn. And I'm sorry that I'm going to miss out on the things that you're going to be doing this month, but I shall return on October 1, and I'll be there. Lock, stock, and barrel.
We've got stuff. We've got events going in through the end of the year. We have our cruise, of course. It's going to be even sooner. The chamber is going to be hosting a table at UNLV, Lynn and I think Shatoya as well, who is the chairman of the board. We have a table we're going to be hosting. UNLV's having a nonprofit day next Tuesday. And so the Chamber of Commerce will be participating in that. If you want to come over to UNLV and connect with a lot of great nonprofit organizations, I would encourage you to do that. And we have a cruise coming up from October the 26th through November the 2nd through the Mexican Riviera, which is going to be a blast.
Wow.
We have, of course, there will be give back events at the end of the year. We're going to definitely go back to Opportunity Village and work in the Magical Forest. We have our
I love
party. Yeah, right. You got to participate in that last year, right? Yeah. It's freezing, but it's so much fun, right?
All right. Thank you, guys. And I'll be talking to you again shortly or longly. And thank you so much for taking the time. Aloha.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.